So firstly, thank you very much everyone for taking the time out of your day to join us for the second part of our Surveillance Station for Everyone webinar. I am, of course, Les Chilton, Surveillance Specialist for Synology. If you've seen the previous one, you're well aware of who I am at this point, but I'm joined by my fabulous assistant, Mr. Paul Dinsdale.
Morning.
Serial guilty of doing webinars pre-recorded, so I pulled him out of his comfort zone for this one and asked him to do a live one with me. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we're all here to talk about today, those being the features, we'll just do a quick recap on what you covered in the last month's webinar. Don't worry if you didn't see last month's webinar. You won't need to have seen it to understand where we're coming from here, but it does come highly recommended, if I do say so myself. You can watch it by following that link there or scanning the QR code. But last month, we covered how to pick cameras and the right kit for your surveillance implementation. I did an out-of-the-box setup to get it out and running. That included the installation of the cameras themselves, setting up the views so you had like a decent UI that you could be able to actually view it, and also setting things like recording schedules and alerts. That alerts thing being a key thing that AI is going to build on this month. But without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Paul.
Cool. Thank you very much, Les. Just a quick look at the agenda. We're going to talk through why use the AI systems, our Synology cameras and the power of our DVA units, along with some of the AI features that is on offer on Surveillance Station. And then just a quick look at a case study of a EPOS electronic point of sale integration. But before we get to the good stuff, just a quick look at the stats. We've got some stats here from the UK crime census. The estimated cost of retail theft is about 1 billion. And so the average cost is over £1,000. And obviously thieves have the highest rate of reoffending at nearly 50%. And there was an increase between 2021 and 2022, 26%. Obviously, we're all feeling the pinch at the minute, so I'm sure that stat will just go up. And there's been over 8 million incidents of theft sort of last year. Now, just going on to a case study about Chisson. They're a French company that's been running for about 100 years. They're kind of like the equivalent of our B&Q. They've got 350 stores. And basically, they came to us with the challenge that they had a lot of cameras across all the different stores that they had, and they wanted to consolidate them all to one easy to use system. So we basically installed a rack unit into the main head office with some smaller DS systems across the different stores, IP speaker within each of the different stores. And then basically they could cover this with just 3 security guards working shifts. They were able to see which stores on the EMAP on the system which was triggered. So they'll be able to notify the police, get them to the correct store. They could also use the IP speaker to speak to the thieves that are on site, try and deter them away.
Of course, wouldn't be one of my webinars if I didn't get a chance to talk about CMS. So once again, the CMS, the unsung hero here, all of those branches, any of the alerts triggered on any of the sites could instantly be accessed by one HQ. So 350 sites which did have their own individual systems could be reduced to one group of 3 people working in shifts to manage it. It really is that powerful. Back over to you, Paul.
Simple, cool. As well as that, just want to talk about the DS Cam app. This is more for sort of the smaller businesses and so on. Just to let you know, when you're not on site, when you're at home, you can still be notified in real time if any incidents do happen on the premise. There's a 2-way audio, so you can speak to people on that. And there's also a smart search, so any points of the video that have anything worth going back on will be actually marked up to help you search through, find the footage that you require. Just a quick look now into the Synology cameras and obviously our DVA units. The DVA units are more powerful when in conjunction or used with Surveillance Station. These come with 8 devices, 8 camera licenses built in, and can handle up to 12 analytic tasks. The sort of benefits for using our system, Surveillance Station, is that there is no monthly cost. All the data does stay within the unit itself, so it stays in-house, doesn't go to the cloud. And also we do push out feature updates free of charge as they come out. And just another look at the cameras, which hopefully you guys have seen on earlier webinars that we've done. Been pushing these quite a lot recently. Here's just some quick stats on them. They are a 5-megapixel camera, which are able to record in high definition. They do have licenses built in, so when you incorporate them with surveillance station, there's no additional licenses required. And obviously they do have AI features built in, which I'll go into in the next slide. And because it's designed alongside surveillance station, you can do a lot of the changes and you get a lot more control over the cameras from surveillance station compared to if you use any other cameras. So here's just a quick look at the AI systems that are built into the camera itself. It comes with people detection and vehicle detection, as well as intrusion detection, and the smart search functionality is built in, so it'll put points within the recorded video to help you go back and search through it. And here's just a look at the tools. Some of these are with the DVA in the cameras, and some are for the DVA systems only. So there's a little marker just at the bottom of the different ones and the slides coming up.
So I just want to weigh in quickly, just to add extra clarification to this. The DVA and camera means that a camera can do it without a DVA dedicated unit. So you can get these functions from any Synology NAS with Synology cameras, as well as any DVA device will be able to perform them. The other ones are not available on the cameras on their own, but are available with a DVA unit and any cameras that you pair with it.
Much appreciated, Les. So with that, there's some perimeter security where these AIs come into their own, and that's for things like people and vehicle detection. You've got face recognition, where you can build up a sort of database of known thieves, and then it'll notify you if they step on site. You've got license plate recognition as well as intrusion detection. And for more sort of the building management side of things, you've got the people count, so you can see when there's a large amount of people in the store, say, so you know when your peak times are. Traffic count, and also mass detection. So anybody trying to evade capture, we can hopefully work them out. Just going to work through or show you a quick demo of how the people and vehicle detection actually works. Here we've highlighted a segment of the camera. So if anybody walks in or drives through this, it should trigger it. Got the gentleman walking down here. It's caught him straight away, red box around him, and the same with the vehicle. So that works well. Then we've got the crowd detection, which can be the same thing. You can set a certain area in a certain time, but I'll actually go through a demo of how we set this one up. Bear with me one sec. So what I'm going to do is just set this up. Obviously, we're in DSM and surveillance station. Now, I'm just going to set this one up at the camera level. So once you click on there, there's your selection of cameras. We'll just select the top one, edit that. And then within the options here, we've actually got analytics just in the middle. So then on here, you can set the sensitivity and a few other bits if needs be. But we're going to look at the people and vehicle detection. Now on here, you've got a few different options, but what you can do is detect a crowd detection. You can set how many people are actually within there or that it picks up before it notifies you. So you can change the value on that. And obviously the amount of time. So if they've been there for X amount of time, it will then notify you. And also if there's any mannequins or statues within the shop, you can have it so it ignores them. And then obviously with the vehicle detection, it's very much the same. You can say how many vehicles, and ignore any parked cars that may be in shot to start off with. So what we'll do is just go into the parameters of this. And it's quite easy to do here. You can see one of the cameras. It's simply just drag and drop. So you can highlight the area that you want to be focused upon. On here, we're going to use this road here. So neatly do it, just drop that. So here I've just highlighted the road, and basically on the zone there, you can have it so it's just looking at anything that's in there, or you can have it to exclude. So it looks at everything apart from that one segment there. But for this instance, we'll do it as include. We'll set the intrusion. Bone 1 sec. Cool. So on here, all I've done is I've set a boundary up so it counts cars as it comes in. So anything that passes that threshold that's set on camera, you can have this as a two-way thing. So there's a car park, you can say how many cars have come in and how many have gone out. So that's cool. I'll just quickly go over the instant search function on our devices. If you bring up all the footage of one of the cameras that it's captured, you can actually highlight a certain segment of it, and then it will utilize that and just find any incidents or quickly find all the incidents that happened in just that one segment, rather than the whole recorded footage. And here's just another quick demo of how the smart search works. So here, if you go into Monitor Center, you can select the camera that you want on there. And then as soon as you click the quick search on the bottom left, it will bring up all the vehicles it's highlighted on the right. Or it's the same thing again, you can just select a certain percentage of it to look at, or a certain area of the shot for it to look at. Then it will bring up all the vehicles that have been in there, quickly play back any of the clips that you require. And if you need to forward this on, say, to the police or to somebody else, you can easily just download it. If you need to, you can also set a password protection in case anybody tries to view the footage without you want them to. And then it's quite easy, just click on the people icon at the top right, and that'll give you a quick shot of everybody that's been in there. So it's just a quicker way of searching certain areas of the footage for people or vehicles. Now, just a quick look at the intrusion detection. Here, I've set a line up of a boundary I want to be notified if anybody actually crosses. So here, we've got a gentleman climbing a fence. As soon as he gets over the fence, he should trigger. There we go. The red box has caught him. So then a notification would then come through to me to say somebody's in an area I've specified it. I didn't want anybody in. So intrusion detection is quite an easy one to set up and to run. Better redo that again. Another thing which we used at Tucson was the EMAP. So all the cameras were set on the map. So as soon as an alert was triggered, it would be notified. You could come on here, highlight them. As soon as you do that, it will give you a view in real time of what's going on. So you can see the footage of any intrusions.
It's also worth noting that, again, anytime that you trigger any of these AIs, we have the integration options for any kind of system, alarms, speakers, door control systems. So what you want to do once you've got this information out of the system is absolutely up to you.
Yeah. Cool. Now just a quick look at the license plate recognition. Basically, on this, once you've set it up, it will register any license plates that come through, keep a database of them. You can set on there any license plates that you want to be notified if it's been triggered. And also if any staff have been there for a large amount of time, you can have it so it will notify them or users within the database. Now I'm going to run through a quick demo, but I'm going to let Les take this one.
Yes, believe it or not, I'm more than a pretty face. So I've only been able to hand over this demo to Paul in the last minute. I think that's really fair. So let me take over for this one. What I'll do is I'm going to show you quickly how to set up the license plate recognition. And it's fairly simple. I'm just going to go into the main menu and grab Deep Video Analytics. Now you can see there I've got a list of all of the tasks that are running. I'm just going to add a new task here, and plate recognition comes under people and vehicle. So just going to give this one a name. I've been calling it all license plate recognition, just add an extra one on from the last one I was demoing. And I'm going to select my LPR for camera. It's just a bit of demo footage, so this will be a lot smoother. The video footage will be a lot smoother if it's a real camera. It's just a quick demo. Now, I'm going to save some credits by not detecting people and not interested in people detection with this one. As we're mostly here from the UK, the generic version of plate recognition is fine for the UK, but just bear in mind that there are other regions and it has specific targeting functions for them. And in the license plate database, I can start building up my cars that I want to keep track of and whether they are allowed or not. And I can also, take in new ones as they come in. I'm adding bookmarks to this so that I can find any events for any allowed or unallowed plates. And this next section is more or less the same as you saw in the other AI tools, where we're just defining the boundaries of where it's looking. And I mean, I'm hoping there's not going to be any license plates in the upper windows of our office. I'm just going to narrow down the area here nice and quickly. And then I hit done, and that's all I need to do to get the plate recognition in place. It'll bring up the camera, and we can see that vehicle detection is working already. Now, it doesn't bring up plate information in real time. That's not the most intuitive way that you'd view this information, but you can view back your entries. It will be generating alerts, so if you want alarms and notifications, etc., it's doing that already. But it's this recording section where I can go back and it will give me a library of all of the detection events. So if I want to search by the detected license plates, I can come up here and pull in those events. Back over to you, Paul.
Yeah, cool. That's the first time I've seen that. It's quite impressive. Just a quick talk now on the facial recognition. Basically, it will scan and keep a database of anybody, and you build a database of known shoplifters to notify you if they're on site. As Les previously said, you can have it so it's linked into sort of your door registrations and or door access points and stuff like that to allow you entry in. And how good is our face recognition software? It's 97%, which is good. Accuracy, which is only 0.2 off the world #1. And as all of our data is actually done within the unit itself, not sent out to the cloud, I think that's quite impressive. Just a quick demo on how the face recognition software works. We've set up a small database here. We've got Frederick. We've allowed him access. As you can see, it's come up with a little box to say it's noticed him he's allowed. James Blake, unfortunately, is not allowed in, so the door would not be open for him. But it is quite an easy one to set up. And as you can see, that works really well. And finally, just a quick talk about the EPOS integration. This is a customer that came to us. They basically had the requirement that they wanted the footage to be marked whenever somebody made a purchase. So if they ever come back to query it, they could quite easily just find that footage through the timestamp, work out what they bought, and on there will be a copy of the receipt so they could see exactly what they ordered. So that was implemented in and worked really well for them. So just a quick recap of everything we've gone over. Why use the AI? As you can see, it's a powerful tool that's built into your Synology NAS systems. Synology cameras and DVAs just take it to the next level. Obviously, you get a lot more accuracy with it, or more analytics with the DVAs. And obviously, we do have the high definition cameras and the AI features. There's plenty to choose from. So it's whichever best suits your needs, really. But you can always contact us and we'll look to help and assist. And then obviously there's EPOS integration. So we can actually install into or alongside a lot of the electronic point of sales. That's it from me. Thank you very much for your time.